There are hundreds of e-commerce platforms in the market, and choosing the right one for your online store can be overwhelming. Right now, the most popular e-commerce platform in the world is Shopify, an all-in-one e-commerce platform that is the preferred choice for millions of businesses worldwide. Now, the problem with most Shopify reviews is that everyone and their mother recommends Shopify because of their affiliate program, so it's hard to get a straight answer from anyone. So today, I'm going to give you an unbiased review of everything you need to know about Shopify, including how it works, the pros and cons, key features, pricing, and more. Now, I'm going to start off by telling you something controversial that most other people won't tell you. Shopify can suspend your account for any reason if they don't want you to sell a particular product. So for example, I had a friend who sold hand sanitizer for years, but during the pandemic, he was forced to raise his prices due to supply issues. Shopify classified him as a price gouger and shut his store down without any warning. The same goes with any product that is remotely controversial, such as weapons, chemicals, etc. So just be aware that if you sell items that fall into any of these categories, I probably wouldn't go with Shopify. Let's talk about pricing. Shopify pricing ranges from $5 to $2,000 per month across 6 different service plans. Now, like other e-commerce platforms, Shopify also offers a 50% discount when you pay annually for your plan. 4 out of the 6 plans let you run a standalone e-commerce store, and the least expensive starter plan only costs $5 and lets you link products to social media accounts, email, SMS, WhatsApp, etc. But it does not come with a website. So I'm just going to say this flat out. Shopify is one of the more expensive e-commerce platforms to use because the bare-bones shopping cart doesn't do everything that you need it to do. The cheapest option to run an online store is the basic plan, which costs $29 a month, but it's deceptive. In addition to the monthly service plan, you may decide to pay for a theme, and chances are you'll need to add a couple of paid apps to run your store efficiently. The average paid theme costs around $250, but you get lifetime access to updates and free support. App prices vary, but you can expect to pay $20 a month on average for a single app. Now, the average Shopify user pays for 7 apps, which makes Shopify one of the more expensive e-commerce platforms to use. All told, expect to pay around $170 a month for the basic Shopify store, depending on your plan and the number of apps that you use. Let's talk about plans and features. When you open a Shopify account, you'll be given a choice of 6 plans: Starter, Lite, Basic, Shopify Advanced, and Shopify Plus. However, a fully functional e-commerce store is available only on basic and above plans. Let's talk about the starter plan. At only $5 a month, Starter is Shopify's cheapest plan. It doesn't include an online store, but allows you to create product links that you can share on social media posts, emails, or messages. Now, since you don't get an online store, the starter plan is really only suitable for those who want to sell through social media. The next plan is the Lite plan. It only costs $9 a month and lets you embed a buy button on your existing blog or website. Like the starter plan, Lite doesn't include an online store, but it allows you to sell a couple of products through the use of custom buy buttons. The basic plan is probably the bare bones plan that you need because it comes with an online store website. At $29 a month, they offer a fully functional shopping cart out of the box that lets you start selling online immediately. Now, the Shopify basic and higher plans have the following set of features. You get a drag and drop page builder that lets you design something pretty attractive. You get a free SSL certificate. You get integration with an in-house payment gateway called Shopify Payments. And you get discount codes and you get abandoned cart recovery. Now, the remaining Shopify plans, Shopify and Advanced, are pretty much the same. You get a couple of extra features here and there like shipping insurance and automation, but the main reason to upgrade is for lower credit card processing. With the Shopify plan, you only pay 2.6% plus 30 cents, and on the Advanced plan, you pay only 2.4%. Now, the only major upgrade with plans is with the Shopify Plus plan, which incidentally costs over $2,000 a month. This is a plan that's designed for users that make at least mid-6 figures in monthly revenue. Now, you get access to an array of exclusive features with Shopify Plus, such as dedicated support, access to advanced Shopify apps like the wholesale channel, script editor, and Launchpad, and you can basically customize every aspect of your online store, including the checkout, and have more control over your store branding. You also get their advanced point of sale feature. But overall, most of you guys probably going to be on the Shopify Plus plan for quite a while. Let's talk about transaction fees. Shopify charges transaction fees on payments when you use a third-party payment system such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, or PayPal. Now, if you want to avoid transaction fees, you have to sign up for Shopify's in-house payment system called Shopify Payments. Shopify Payments is Shopify's built-in payment system, and it's the cheapest and simplest option to accept payments. Unfortunately, though, it's only available in 22 countries, including Canada, the US, and the UK. Now, Shopify supports over 100 plus payment gateways such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, and PayPal, But unlike competitors like BigCommerce, Shopify charges a transaction fee on every payment processed through a third-party payment gateway. Now this fee varies depending on your plan. On the basic plan, this is 2%. On the Shopify plan, it's 1%. On the advanced plan, it's 0.5%. And on the Plus plan, it's 0.15%. Now here's the kicker. If Shopify Payments is unavailable in the country you sell in, you have no option but to choose a third-party payment gateway and pay these hefty transaction fees. That's why I would say if Shopify Payments is not supported in your country, it's probably cheaper to go with another provider. Let's talk about design. Shopify provides 11 free and 93 paid e-commerce themes that you can customize for your online store. In addition, Shopify also lets you choose a theme from thousands of third-party templates. A paid theme will cost you around $100 to $350 for lifetime access. And while this sounds a little bit expensive, most paid themes are attractive, fully responsive, and come with unlimited free updates. Now you can filter the themes in the Shopify theme store by price, industry, catalog size, and features. And most paid themes provide an unlimited free trial where you only pay a one-time fee when you publish the theme to your store. Until then, you can experiment with various themes and choose the best one. Once you select a theme, you can upload your own branding, graphics, and content to your site. I would say though, overall, the main strength of Shopify is the ability to create a great-looking website without a developer. Let's talk about adding products on Shopify. You can easily add products to your Shopify store once you have a title, description, images, pricing, and weight. You can also include variants such as sizes or colors. Here's the kicker though. Shopify limits the number to 3 variants per product. If you want more than that, you'll need to use a third-party app. Unfortunately, Shopify doesn't automatically crop product images to a uniform ratio, so you'll need to crop them to a standard size before you upload them or use Shopify's photo editor. You can also use code to force image aspect ratios, but it might result in distorted images on the front end of your store. Now, there are paid apps you can use as a workaround to this limitation, but I don't recommend using apps for such a small issue as it can slow down your site speed. Now, apart from these 2 drawbacks, adding products to Shopify is easy thanks to its user-friendly interface. Let's talk expandability now. As I mentioned earlier, the bare-bones Shopify website doesn't do much, so you'd be forced to purchase some apps. Fortunately, this is where Shopify shines. Shopify has the second largest app store behind WordPress with 7,800 apps, of which 4,600 are free or freemium apps. Now, since Shopify is the largest fully hosted shopping cart provider, many third-party development companies create useful apps for Shopify at affordable prices. If there's any feature missing from your plan, all you got to do is install an app from the Shopify App Store. Now, one drawback of using multiple apps is that they can slow down your site and usually carry a recurring fee. Shopify gives you adequate control over your store's SEO, allowing you to change page titles and meta descriptions. You can also use third-party apps like Yoast SEO or Avada SEO Suite to scan your site and suggest SEO improvements. But there are some areas where Shopify can improve. For example, Shopify doesn't let you change its URL structure. Now, a typical Shopify URL looks like this. Meanwhile, an SEO-friendly URL would be as follows. Shopify also doesn't let you change image file names on the platform, so you have no option but to rename the images locally on your computer before you upload them. Otherwise, Shopify's SEO features are solid, but not as good as other carts like BigCommerce, WooCommerce, or Ship4Shop. Now, Shopify allows you to import and export product data using a CSV file, making it easy to upload products in bulk. Shopify also provides a free store importer app to import product data from other e-commerce platforms like BigCommerce, eBay, or Etsy. Now, to export pages or content, you can use third-party apps like Xsim or Matrixify. Let's talk about multi-currency selling. Shopify supports multi-currencies by default, so customers can purchase products in their local currency and enjoy a more personalized shopping experience. Now, the downside is that your website visitors need to use a country selector to manually pick their location or currency if you're on the basic Shopify or advanced plan. Now, if you're on Shopify Plus, Shopify automatically changes the location and converts pricing to local currencies. Now, with the advanced and Plus plans, you can manually set currency conversion rates for each country. You can also add duties and import taxes during checkout on these 2 plans. So overall, I would say that Shopify's multi-currency platform is excellent. Now let's talk about running your website in different languages. Shopify lets you configure 20 translated versions of a single store on all plans except for Starter and Lite. When you create a store in a specific language, Shopify makes a unique URL for each store. So for example, let's say your store domain is example.com. If you add 2 more languages, French and German, your store URLs will now be example.com/fr and example.com/de. Let's switch gears and talk about blogging now. Blogging is a must if you want to drive organic traffic to your online store. And the problem is that Shopify's blogging platform isn't as powerful as other platforms like WordPress. Many important features are missing from Shopify's blogging tool. For example, Shopify lacks a revision tool that allows you to recall older versions of a page or post. Shopify also limits the number of tags you can use on each post, except on Shopify Plus. Now that being said, Shopify's built-in blogging functionality is easy to use, but it's pretty vanilla. If you want to be serious about blogging, you should attach a WordPress blog. Let's talk about email marketing now. Shopify allows you to create email newsletters and send up to 10,000 emails per month for free using a built-in tool called Shopify Email. Now, if you need more, you can pay $1 per 1,000 emails beyond the 10,000. You can automate your email blast using conditional logic based on subscriber actions such as new subscriptions and first purchases. I will say this though, although Shopify Email has some great features and it's free, dedicated email marketing apps like Drip and Klaviyo are much better. The good news is that you can integrate any of these apps from the Shopify App Store. Now, I know many of you guys watching this are interested in dropshipping. Here's what I'll say about this. Shopify is probably the best overall platform for dropshipping because most dropshipping suppliers support it out of the box. Shopify facilitates the dropshipping business model via third-party integrations like AliExpress, Salehu, Modalist, and Spocket. Now, for a time, Shopify had its own dropshipping app called Oberlo, which made it easy to find trending products, but unfortunately, Shopify shut it down in 2022. Incidentally, go here for a full list of dropshipping suppliers. Now, in my opinion, Shopify is the ideal e-commerce solution for dropshippers because of its easy integration with dropshipping apps. Let's talk about sales tax. In the past couple of years, sales tax has been a hot topic. You can set up Shopify to apply tax rates automatically for certain regions, and Shopify provides detailed documentation on manually setting up taxes for other countries. Shopify also caters to EU's VAT-MOS rules, which you must follow to sell digital products in the EU. Now, as I mentioned before, Shopify provides detailed documentation on manually setting up taxes for countries like Japan and India. But while Shopify sets some default tax amounts, I actually recommend that you consult a tax professional when you build out your online store. Once you get larger though, I always recommend using tools like Avalara or TaxJar to automate tax calculations and the sales tax filing process. Now, what about customer support? Shopify delivers superior customer support when compared to most of their competitors. They provide customer support in the following forms: documentation in 21 languages, 24/7 email support, 24/7 live chat, and 24/7 phone support. Now, while Shopify delivers excellent service, like any other platform, there are some drawbacks. One is not getting timely responses to technical issues. For example, if you have a technical question, you'll get a quicker response if you post it in Shopify's community forum. And then finally, there's point of sale. Shopify has its own point of sale system called Shopify POS and several hardware options from the Shopify hardware store, such as card readers, receipt printers, scanners, etc. Shopify also lets you integrate your existing compatible hardware with its POS solution if you're subscribed to the basic Shopify or advanced plan. So that's just a summary of the features. Now let's summarize the pros and cons. Here are the pros of selling with Shopify. Shopify has over 4.1 million live websites and a supportive community, and you can expect to find answers to your questions in Shopify's online forum. It's also easy to use. You don't need any technical knowledge to use Shopify. They have a user-friendly interface, making it easy to build an online store. Shopify also has attractive templates. Their free and paid themes are pretty darn good. Shopify also provides up to 88% shipping discounts on USPS, UPS, and DHL. And there's also a comprehensive point of sale system. It's a huge plus for store owners who sell at flea markets and live selling in retail stores. Here are the downsides though. It's expensive. You're going to need to sign up for a bunch of apps with each carrying recurring fees, and there's also high transaction fees. Shopify charges transaction fees whenever you use a third-party payment provider. And although there's no transaction fee for using Shopify payments, it's actually only available in a couple of countries. You also get a limited amount of free themes. Now, they're attractive, but there's only 11 of them. You also get limited reporting on basic plans. Full reporting functionality is only available on the Shopify or higher plans. All right, so the million-dollar question is, should you use Shopify? Shopify is the world's most popular fully managed e-commerce platform, but just because it's popular doesn't mean that it's right for you. But I will say this, if you have the budget, Shopify is probably the safest one to go with because of its large third-party app ecosystem. Shopify's main competitor among the fully managed e-commerce platforms is BigCommerce. Now, BigCommerce comes with more built-in features than Shopify, but the main drawback is their revenue-based pricing. BigCommerce places limits on your online sales, and if you exceed them, you must upgrade to a more costly plan. Now, Shopify has a whole bunch of other competitors outside of BigCommerce, and for a more comprehensive list of all the Shopify alternatives, make sure you watch this video.